On this episode of True Gangsters of Yesterday, the FBI tails Vincent the Saint Inserro and fiorefifibuccieri. Let's also talk about who the mob chieftain Fiorefifibuccieri actually was. Known for his ties to other legendary mobsters and heavyweights like longtime consigliere and street boss williemessino, and was also a lieutenant for mob boss San Giacomo. And let's talk about the origin story of Vincent the Saint Inserro. Shout out to one of my supporters who requested a Vincent the Saint Inserro documentary. This one is for you and for the supporters of this mob history channel True Gangsters of Yesterday in association with Timeless Research Group. The Saint seen here with reputed boss of the Chicagooutfit and former Capone bodyguard Joey Dovesoper, also known as Joey O'Brien in his boxing days. The FBI noted that Vincent the Saint Inserro was close with Fifi Buccieri and they both frequently visited the Dream Bar in Cicero, Illinois. Fiore Buccieri was born on December 16, 1907 and passed away on August 17, 1973. Vincent the Saint Inserro was born in December 26 and would pass away on August 11, 1989. The Saint's father is Giuseppe Inserro from Italy, and the brother of Joseph, Rose Maria Mullen, and Marciano Inserro. The Saint was a small man, but in the words of Soprano's character Junior Soprano, he had tremendous moxie for his size. Shout to all my fellow Sopranos fans. Rest in peace James Gandolfini. Now on with the show. Vincent the Saint was a person of interest in the death of Johnny Rosselli, who disappeared in 1976. Other people of interest and prime suspects include Julius Greco, Paul the Waiter Rica, and Frank the German Schweiz, as well Detroit mob figures and Florida mob figures. It's believed that Johnny Rosselli was whacked over his Senate testimony. Shortly after testifying before a Senate committee that had participated in Central Intelligence agents' plots to kill Fidel Castro, a friend asked him if he feared for his life, and he seemed unconcerned. Could Johnny Rosselli have put his guard down too quickly? He should have been on the lookout for hoods wanting revenge for his testimony. He must have thought he was untouchable and ended up being found dead in a barrel. It was actually a 55-gallon old drum in Dumfounding Bay. There were no shortage of suspects. The CIA, to Cuban agents to mafia members, were all suspects at this point. One theory is he was killed by Cuban agents for the plots on Fidel Castro. According to a high-ranking mafia member, he was whacked over this infraction. Testimony to the Senate committee. When you are called before a Senate committee, you are supposed to approach the mafia and ask them what to do. Johnny Rosselli did not do this. Not only did he not come to them, but he shot his mouth off in court, all over the place. He said mafia members had been angry with Rosselli since 1971 when he appeared before a federal grand jury in the city of LA out in sunny California. Fiorefifibuccieri was involved with the abduction and murder of Action Jackson, where the alleged informant was tortured to death by Buccieri, Mad Sam DeStefano, Jackie the Lackey, Angelo La Pietra, and Turk Torello. Fiore was a huge earner specializing in loan sharking. Allegedly, Joe Ferriola knew about a romantic relationship between Fiorefifibuccieri and a tough guy from the neighborhood named Vic. Because of this, gangsters started calling other gangsters Fifi Boy as an insult or some sort. The early Chicago mob was mad when this rumor surfaced, and has never been confirmed. Source: Chicago Tribune. Similar to Vito's character on the hit HBO TV show The Sopranos, we see a similarity in this situation despite the insults. They were both more than capable gangsters, and in the case of Fiore Buccieri, this has not been confirmed and does not play a role in this thug's nature or role as a mob chieftain. He was still feared, gay or not. He played a huge role in the establishment of the West Side and Near West Side crews, becoming very powerful with the help of fiorefifibuccieri. He was also trusted by other higher-ups in upper management positions and was loyal, like a loyal dog is to his owner. He protected the outfit at all cost. In return, they protected him from being shamed by other gangsters and society. This is also a time when this was not accepted at all, and if this was the case, he had the right to keep his private life a secret. If he was open about it, back then he would have been shamed and ridiculed for it. Take this with a grain of salt, as this also could have been said about the mobster, as a way of besmirching the man connected to the outfit with strong ties with fellow heavyweights and fellow hoods. The outfit is filled with smoking mirrors, and the mob and the mafia can a lot of times be an illusion. Short but strong Vincent the Saint Inserro was very on point and good at being a gangster. Unlike some others that weren't cut out for the life, Vincent was cut from a different cloth. The Tribune continued to run articles on the Saint and his criminal activity, with Sam Giancana's review of the intelligence unit files. Chicago PD showed that in 1960 Giancana was a close friend of the Saint. Informants suggested that the gambling operation was on the second floor of Gus's steakhouse and was owned by Sam Giancana but was ran by his brother Joseph Giancana. Agents also noticed Sambo Cesario automobile parked outside of Sam Giancana's Oak Park home. Sambo Cesario and Sam Giancana would attend the funeral together of Joseph Mendino of Lake Forest. Informants advised that mikeswiatek, Joe Marola, and Pat Chang robbed Fritz and Edith Dorigo of the Half-Brow House restaurant in Hallandale, Florida. A large amount of jewelry was stolen during the robbery and sold to Sam Giancana, who then gave and gifted one of the large diamond rings to Phyllis McGuire of the McGuire sisters trio. Informants advised the FBI that Sam lived with Phyllis in Vegas in the summer of '61. Informants stated that he owned a part of Maggio's steakhouse in Forest Park. Informants would go on to say that Joe-Gags-Gagliano and williemessino would pay $65,000 to fix a juice trial, and that fiorefifibuccieri and Tony Monaco and Angelo Severino were to cease fire on all juice operations and to lay low from hurting in-debt juice victims. Fiore Buccieri was a close associate of long-time advisor and personal capo and personal underboss williemessino. If you would like to hear more about these Chicago mob heavyweights, then let me know in the comments and I will do another part to this episode. Till next time, on True Gangsters of Yesterday. Thanks for watching this 10-minute mini documentary. I appreciate the support from my viewers and supporters. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe and tell a friend or family member about the channel. Written, produced, directed, and edited by True Gangsters of Yesterday. As well as in-depth research done by True Gangsters of Yesterday. Sources used in this documentary: FBI files, FBI reports, court trials, the Chicago Tribune, and other sources of that nature.